Hello everyone, today I'm going shopping and I had to pick up some yarn, so I went by Hobby Lobby because it is a lot cheaper than the other yarn places like Michael's and stuff. So I had to get some yarn for a skirt I'm making, and this is Sweet Delight by Yarn Bee, which is honestly one of my favorite types of yarn. It's pretty thin, so if you're looking for a thicker yarn, I would suggest I love this cotton yarn, which also has a huge selection to pick from. It has, I think, the second largest selection in the store, next to another yarn of the same brand. And the largest selection would have to be from I Love This Yarn. It's basically the same brand as I Love This Cotton, but it's acrylic yarn instead of cotton, and it's probably the cheapest yarn you're gonna get in the store. It has literally every color besides my favorite color, which is a pretty baby pink. Their pink is really ugly. Anyways, I had to get some black from this selection for another skirt I'm making. So I'm done shopping, but here is another yarn brand that I absolutely love. If you're looking for a thinner weight 2 yarn, this is perfect. The colors are absolutely gorgeous and it's honestly pretty cheap. So this brand is a more natural toned yarn. It's basically the same as I Love This Yarn. They're both weight 4. This one's just more expensive and has more natural tones. I've personally never used it because it's pricey. Here's another weight 4 yarn that I absolutely love with so many pretty colors. It is, however, low ply fibers, so it is a bit more expensive than a acrylic yarn. And if you are looking to make like clothes and smaller stuffed animals, I would recommend a weight 1 to 4 yarn. I will show you how to find those later. But if you are looking to make stuffed animals, specifically larger stuffed animals, I would recommend a yarn size weight 5 to 7. Here is some weight 5 yarn that is super soft and perfect for amigurumis. This is basically just the chunky version of the Sweet Delight yarn that I showed earlier, which was a weight 3, and this is the weight 5. Tender Touch by Yarn Bee is also great if you're looking to make stuffed animals or a warmer clothing item, though they don't have the widest selection. Another weight 5 is I Love This Chunky yarn, but as compared to their cotton and acrylic yarns, this yarn does not have a wide selection. It's unfortunately mainly just print and natural colors. If you're looking for a less soft, more rough looking yarn, I would recommend alpaca yarn. There is Alpaca Twist by Yarn Bee, which has a very large selection of colors. Alpaca yarn is definitely one of my favorites because it has a more mossy look, though I've yet to use it. You could also get Ethereal, which is also by Yarn Bee, and then there's I Love This Wool yarn, which has a pretty similar texture to alpaca. A great weight 6 yarn is Snugs and Kisses by Baby Bee. It is pretty affordable for how much thick yarn is in there because thick yarn can be pretty expensive. There's also Adorable, also by Baby Bee. This is a more velvety yarn, and I believe it's weight 5. There's also Super Bulky Adorable, and if you decide to use this, get at least 2 because 1 does not go very far. There's also Cozy Occasion, which I have not used but looks like a great bulky yarn and is pretty affordable as compared to other chunky yarns. Now we have my favorite selection, the Fox Fur yarn. This yarn is so cute and soft. It is pretty expensive. Magnesoft is also great for stuffed animals, but it is very expensive. If you want to know what a yarn will look like after it's been used, they will sometimes have samples, and if you want to find the information for your yarn, simply check the back. There will be information on the weight of your yarn, how many grams are in there, the type of yarn, washing and drying instructions, along with the recommended hook size. Now, when picking out a hook, you're going to look right here. This one is a 5.5mm hook. And if you would like a tighter stitch, you should go with a 5, but if you would like a looser stitch, I would recommend the 6. If you just want it to be average, get a 5.5mm hook. You can find these on the little selections right here. It'll be sideways. This is a 5.5mm hook. The smaller the yarn weight you get, the smaller the hook will need to be. 3mm hooks and under are for very thin yarns. Think tiny stuffed animals, very detailed pieces, earrings, stuff like that. Something that may not seem important, but actually are stitch markers. However, you can use something like bobby pins instead. Do not get these. They are cheap, but they will fall out of your stitches. Get stitch markers that are tight or have a clip in them, such as these. You can also find a ton online. Yarn needles are important so that you can sew on extra details or weave in your ends. They are going to have a huge selection on different sizes, but if you're using a thicker yarn, I would recommend thicker needles so that you can actually get the yarn through. But if you are using a thinner yarn, just also get a thinner needle, or else the thicker needle might get stuck in your yarn. Completely unnecessary, but they have these adorable yarn holders. You totally don't need these, but they are absolutely adorable. Well, most of them are. Hobby Lobby also has a huge selection of amigurumi patterns. This is a bunny, I guess, but it kind of looks like a mouse. It's kind of ugly. Some of these are hideous, but some of them are cute. But they do have all the yarn you will need in there, along with a pattern, and they are pretty affordable. I think they're about $5 each. I love Stitch. I love this one. It's $7. However, if you don't want to get a kit, you can find free amigurumi patterns online. Just search them up on Google. Also, if you want to make stuffed animals, you're going to need polyfill stuffing. And it's about $4 here. It's pretty cheap compared to other places. I know Walmart's more expensive. You are also going to need a measuring tape if you want to make clothing. After I explored Hobby Lobby, I went to Five Below, which I found this really cute backpack. It's way cuter than mine and way less expensive. I also found this hat. I had to try it on, and hopefully you don't get lice. I know it's back to school season, even though I am graduated and not in college. So for all of you in school, they have a lot of very cute stationery. And of course there's Sanrio, because I love Sanrio. They also had these Five Nights at Freddy's keychains, and some of them were not very cute, but I love them all. And they had a lot of the newer characters. I don't know the Green Foxy story, but they have Vanny, and I love Vanny. They used to have the cutest Sanrio book. I couldn't find it. It probably sold out, but I did find this little creature journal. It has so many cute little drawing stickers inside. Unfortunately, a vast majority of the 100 stickers were the alphabet, but it was blank. Anyways, they also had these super cute shoes. I wanted them so bad, but they don't carry my size. I also saw the ugliest, most atrocious thing in the store. Why are these still around? I don't know. Thank God they didn't have my size in these. No one should be wearing them. There was also this super cute little dress. Of course it was $5. I don't know why I'm showing the price tag, but here I am checking myself out in the cracked mirror because I looked so good. Also, Five Below has so many of these weird gummy meal things, and I always want to try them, but I can never push myself to buy them. But they have like some really weird ones. Like we got boxed macaroni, we got hot dogs, and then we got this poke bowl, and it looks delicious. And then we got a pizza with an egg on it. And I don't know why there's an egg on a pizza, but okay then. And then we got this, and this actually looks really good. Like, I want that. And they also have these instant bubble tea kits, which I've heard mixed reviews on, along with the canned bubble tea. No one can tell me if they're good or not. And I found the sunglasses, so of course I needed to try on every single pair. And after this, I went over to Walmart, and I saw Tails, and I love Tails. I don't like Sonic, but I like Tails. And also, these look so good. Every time I walk into the Walmart bakery, I want to try some. Again, I can't bring myself to buy them because I'm cheap, but they look so good, like especially the chocolate and the strawberry ones. And then I took a stroll down my favorite aisle, the candy and vegetable aisle. I'm not too sure who organized this or decided to put them together. It doesn't really make sense, but okay, Walmart. I also found these Minecraft mini fridges. This is going to be in my apartment when I move out. If you go to the craft section of Walmart, you can also find a ton of weight 4 and above yarn. They don't have a very wide selection, but there are quite a few colors, especially for weight 4 yarn. I would recommend you go here if you're looking for a cheaper yarn and are not super picky on material. While a vast majority is about the same price as Hobby Lobby, some of them are quite cheaper. I would recommend Hobby Lobby and Walmart over Michael's and Joann's due to the price difference. They also have a ton of hooks and needles here. They're about the same price as Hobby Lobby, less of a selection. After exploring all of the stores and getting everything I needed, I went into Starbucks and worked on that skirt that I got the black yarn for in the beginning of the video. If you would like to sit here and watch me crochet over music for a few minutes, here you go. If not, thank you for watching the video. Ignore how my shoulder strap continuously falls down through this video. I have not posted on YouTube in a very long time. I think it's been 6 years. So here I am, I'm back, because this is fun. I'll probably post stupid little videos every once in a while. Thank you for watching again. Bye!